You mentioned, I'm going to quote a line here that it really jumped out to me. You say that the opioid system is the chemical of long-term love. Okay.
Mm.
So obviously that would infer that there's an addictive quality, right? Attributed to the feeling of being in love, which would also indicate a withdrawal effect after its loss,
Yes.
right? So that's where I was going with that. Um, there's an immense amount of jeopardy associated with the experience of love, particularly when it breaks down. So is it possible to retrieve and recover? Right. So we spoke about when we fall out of love. Is it possible to retrieve, recover, and rebuild? Or is the whole novelty and the whole joy of meeting and the all is that all done?
No, of course it is possible. And, some relationships go through the most amazing traumas and manage to come back together and survive. I think we need to just sort of separate the stages of love. So the bit where you meet and you've got that amazing thrill and that amazing euphoria and that amazing obsession,
Mm,
that's attraction. That's the attraction lustful stage of love. And that doesn't last forever because you move into long-term love. And the attraction lustful stage is underpinned by a different set of neurochemistry than long-term love. So the endorphin opioid element of love is not there in the attraction stage. But certainly if you have a deep trauma, but you manage to work together and bring it back together, it certainly can come back. And some people say it can come back stronger because in a way you've learned maybe what you've done wrong, and because you've had to work and because you've had to really learn the rules of maintaining a relationship, of what the practices of maintaining a relationship are, you keep those going in the sort of second half of the relationship. Because I think what a lot of people don't realize is how much work a relationship takes. One of the major characteristics of love is maintenance, and one of the ways we characterize loving relationships in more ambiguous circumstances, for example, the love of God, if you want to define, is the love of God actually a relationship love, one of the things we look for is there maintenance in that relationship. The answer is yes, by the way. But I think maintenance is very important. So yes, you can certainly come back for it. It's very hard. You have to get over the scarring that occurs. You have to get over the probably drastic shift from secure attachment to insecure attachment, but we know attachment profiles can shift, and you would have to do a lot of work. You'd have to, work very hard to lower your cortisol levels. Cortisol, which is the stress hormone, in the long term isn't very friendly towards love chemicals. It tends to obscure their effects. So there's a lot of work in terms of taking the stress out of the relationship and trying to allow those neurochemicals free reign again by doing the practices that release them.